Hey there, it's me, Forgo, head of development here at TendieBets. And joining me today, we have our lead front-end developer, Boose.
Hey everyone.
Now, he may not sound it, but I assure you, he is swole. And then we also have our lead backend developer, T.
Hello.
He's kind of average, but he's going to the gym, so we'll see. He'll probably get there. And today we're going to go ahead and take you through the app. And you guys can see everything we've done, everything that's working and out now, and things that are to come. So let's get started. What do you guys say? We're better to start than at home, right? So this is our home page. As you can see, this page is just loaded with events. Let's scroll down. Beautiful. Look at that. Chiefs and Jaguars. I think we know who's going to win that one. The Chiefs. So don't bet on the Jags. Yeah, so we have our sports here, and for most of the sports, we're showing you just one league, the most popular league. There's just not enough interest in some of the smaller leagues for some of these sports. Of course, we have a sport like soccer or football, if you're not American, and we did break this down by league because there's a lot of popular leagues around the world. And we have FIFA World Cup as a category as well. Any major event or cup or tournament, you'll probably see it here, and if not, let us know. We love hearing from the community. We love changing things up to make things more attractive to you guys as a tool to use daily. So FIFA World Cup, you can scroll down, you can see upcoming games. Now, there's only 8 displaying here, but that's because, like I said earlier, we're only showing the next 2 weeks worth of events. You'll see more start to appear as the days go on. So let's get into betting. All right. Let's pick a game to bet on. Bucks Seahawks looks good. So if you try to click on a bet slip, it's going to take you to the login page if you're not already logged in. And T here is going to go ahead and connect to his MetaMask wallet. There we go. Now he's lined in. Let's go back to football. American football, sorry. And yeah, Bucks Seahawks game looks good. From the home page, you can bet directly. If you click on one of these buttons at the bottom, these are back and lay buttons. And to explain that, let's pass it over to our expert, T.
Yeah, so
I'm just kidding. Let's hear it from Boose. So Boose, let's hear from you.
Well, back and lays are not super popular in America, but they are around the world, pretty much a standard. So they are kind of color coded. So back for blue, and then red for lay. So the way you can think about them is back is you're betting for that team. You're rooting for that team. So if you wanted to bet on the Buccaneers, which is team number 1 there, you'd come down and click the blue one, and you're saying, I think the Bucks are going to win this game. A lay is just the exact opposite. You're saying, I think the Bucks are going to lose this game. And then with draws, it's the same idea. Back means you are for the draw to happen, and then lay is you don't think a draw is going to happen. So again, the red color, usually associated with something negative. So it's, in this case, they're not going to win. And then blue is for them.
All right. Round of applause for Boose, everybody. It would have been funnier if you could see T when he did that. All right, so that's back and lay. It's a standard around the world for betting on sports. It's not a standard for American sports betting. That's because American sports betting is not actually your traditional betting. You're actually gambling against the house. It's more of a casino. So it's something you're going to have to get used to, but it's pretty simple. It'll take you no time at all to get used to. Of course, like I said earlier, we're always listening to suggestions. We're always listening to feedback. And if there's anything that you guys feel super passionate about, and this can be one of those things, please send us that feedback, and we'll always consider that, have discussions on those kinds of things. All right, so let's close out some of those bets here. Let's just make the top bet for now, for the sake of this. Okay, and we're just gonna use a really tiny amount, so we don't waste all our funds making all these demos. And yeah, go ahead and place bet. Confirm transaction, and boom. All right, so if you're wondering how can you see active bet orders that you would be able to bet against, look no further than the event page itself. So this card here, where you see the buttons, the top, the actual tile, if you click on that, takes you to the event page. Now this is broken up into 3 sections. The first section is game info. Right now we see a timer counting down to when the game starts. Once the game starts, we'll see scores, and they'll be updated live. And then in that section, you see the back-end lays for each team and also for a tie. And you can make a bet from there. Real quick, scroll back up. You notice that there's numbers on the 2 teams. Those are suggested odds, and that's coming straight from our data sources, from our sports data APIs. Those are scientifically calculated numbers. Research has been put into those. These are not numbers we're just making up or we're just suggesting ourselves. They're dynamic, so they're constantly changing with the flow of the market. That is where most liquidity is betting-wise across other betting platforms. So scroll down here and we'll see top bets. This shows you the top 3 backs and the top 3 lays for team 1, team 2, and for a tie. Now, when I say top 3 bets, what I actually mean is if you were to click on one of these and make a bet against it and you win, you have the highest profit of all the open bets that currently exist. That's what I mean by the top 3 bets. Top 3 for someone else to come and match and potentially win. And it moves in. So the inside column of both of these is going to be the highest. And that's why that's why these buttons are oriented this way. While the backs are right aligned and the lays are left aligned. And so let's keep going down. And then we have all bets. This shows every bet for this event. Bets that didn't make it to the top 3, bets for other outcomes that we're going to have support for in the future, such as halftime score, first quarter score, a certain player's points, things like that. Those will show up here, even though they don't show up in the top 3 bets. And you can click on any of these to match that bet or to bet against that. But let's scroll up and click on one of the buttons. Let's click on the one you just made. So he just made this bet as a back from the home page. If he clicked it, it pulled him to the top, and you see this bet slip shows up on the right-hand side, and it's a lay bet because that's the inverse, as Boose so heroically explained earlier. And it preloaded the input fields with exactly what you need to match that bet fully. Now you can change that. You can up or lower the stake, the odds, anything like that. And what will happen is if you're matching a bet and you let's say you bet less than what it takes to fill it, that's fine. That's just how much you're betting against. Whatever's left over, it's still open, and someone else can come in and finish that bet. You can bet more than what it suggests to match. And what will happen then is not only will you match that bet, so it'll close the first bet, the back, out, but it'll create a new lay bet that other people could then bet against. I hope that's not getting too confusing. It'll all be written down, and what we can explain better if we need to. But so he's just clicked that. It's created a back for the Bucks, or a lay for the Bucks to bet against the back that he made earlier. And go ahead and make that bet. And look at that. The bet has been matched. That top bet just got removed from the top row for the Bucks under the backs category. We only have 2 now where we had 3. And if we scroll down to the all bets, I bet we'll see it down there, fully filled. Let's click show filled bets because by default we don't. And there they are, 100% filled. That's the one you made originally, the second one. Highlight the second one, please. That was the back he made from the home page. And then right above that is the matching bet that he made from here just now. All right, let's go over to the bet history. Let's take a look at that. So if you click the icon in the top right corner, hold on. So to get to this page, this is your profile settings, bet history, things like that. You just got to click on the icon that's in the top right corner. Right now it's just a BitChick NFT, but before long you'll be able to actually set it to your own NFT once you verify ownership. And then on the left tabs here we have bet history. There we go. Here's all of his bet history. It has ever been made from the connected wallet. As you can see at the top 3 bets is a button labeled cancel. You can click that at any time and cancel a bet that has not been matched. If a bet has been fully matched, you can't cancel it at all. If it's only been partially matched, you can still cancel whatever amount of the bet has not been matched. So if someone comes in and just wants to wager half of the amount of your original bet, then you can still cancel the other half after. Once a game ends and if no one's matched your bet or fully matched your bet, that'll change to claim refund, and you can get your money back that way. But either way, you're going to keep your money unless you lose. We can scroll down. We can see claim reward is at the very bottom. That is because he won that bet. And if he clicks that, go ahead. Boom. He claimed his reward. All right, so here we are on the open bets page. I just remembered I forgot to put ice in the cooler, so I'm going to pass it off to one of my devs to explain this page. Guess which one it's going to be?
Hey guys, T here. So the open bets page is basically a tool to see every bet that's been placed on the entire platform. That's open, of course. So whether it's 0% or partially filled, you can check every open bet site-wide. You can also filter the bets by the start time, the types, the odds, match them out, really whatever you're looking for. In the future, we do plan on adding sorting features because obviously with a large user base, this list is going to become extremely long. So that's just one of the many features we'll be adding in the future.
I could have said it better myself, but that wasn't bad. Let's move on.
Did you get that ice?
I did. I did put ice in the cooler. I forgot that I had, so it was all for nothing. Nice, baby. Let's talk about some of our new and upcoming features. Let's start with a real fun one that we just added. It's the ability to favorite leagues, teams, events, things like that. Of course, support for this will expand as time goes on. You might be wondering, why would we need that? There's only a few sports available right now. Well, that's only for now. And also, we're going to add league support for most of the sports, too, as requests come in. And even though it's not going to be any harder to find the events you want to bet on, it's going to be more clicks as you try to go through the categories. So it will still keep things super easy to find, but you might have something specific that isn't as popular, that's not on the front page. So let's go ahead and add a couple of these leagues to our favorites. And 3. Beautiful. All right. Now, where do we see these? I mean, you can see them right here, but that's no help. Let's go to our settings page, or our profile page, whatever we want to call it. And look at that. On the left-hand side, we got our favorite leagues right there. Let's click on the World Cup. Boom. We're there. Easy. A wise man once told me, what was once an upcoming feature is now a new feature because it's been released. It's not upcoming anymore. I was that man. Let's turn on dark mode, our newest feature. Easy on the eyes. Why we didn't do this sooner, I don't know, but here we are. Okay, let's talk about custom events. We've added custom events as a sport selection, and it's on the sidebar. You can go ahead and click it. There's nothing here to look at. There's a couple, like we were just testing around, but we have added in support for this so that we can easily add and display custom events for our users to bet on. This will include things like Crypto Fight Night. That is actually one that we're going to have on this site before the week ends. Pop culture event outcomes, elections, things like that, major world events, anything that the community wants to bet on that sounds fun or interesting, we'll add those here. We'll do it just for you. And we're all, just like everything else, we're always taking feedback and suggestions. I know I keep saying that, but I just want to stress it. Your voice is going to be heard here. And we are going to implement things you want. Look at that. We even have a feedback box. Thank you, T. Right there that I forgot about, or that I forgot to mention, rather. Didn't forget about. I'm always checking the feedback. We all are. And you can go ahead and tell us anything. Tell us how good it is. Don't tell us how bad it is. Tell someone else. But tell us how good the site is and things you want to see on it. And we'll go ahead and add that. And this site will just be such a good experience for everybody. Let's go to the news page real quick. Oh no, there's nothing there. That's because it's coming soon. And from here on out, these are all upcoming features. Back to home, my guy. On the right-hand side, you can see a preview of several of our upcoming features. So these are coded out. These are things, the things that you're going to see here on the right are things that are nearly done. They're already under construction. Development is in progress. They'll be coming out left and right. The first thing we see here is the news. We just went to the news page. There's nothing there, but on the news page, we have it built out as well. on our test site, and it's very pretty. And you'll see news for your favorite sports, your favorite teams, blog posts, articles, information that may help you when you're trying to decide on what team to bet on or what team to bet against. We also have our notifications. This is another one that is under construction. It's almost done as well. And this is this is pretty standard for any web application. You'll get push notifications that you can opt in or opt out of. Live updates to when an event that you bet on ends, letting you know whether you won or lost. Quick links to go get your profits. Next up, we have our quick game section down here at the bottom right. Here you're gonna find lots of fun games that you can play and try to make some quick cash. Things like blackjack, as you can see there already. We'll have Plinko, where you're gonna just drop your token, see where it lands. Hope to get the most out of that. Oh, we'll have plenty of games that you'll probably be familiar with. Some that you won't be. They'll all be fun. You'll hear more about that in our community updates. We're gonna have P&L analytics. Let's go to the settings page once again. At the top, we see total winnings and weekly winnings. That is a minor example of the P&L analytics we're going to be dishing out to you guys. That blue space on the right here, that's empty. We're going to see graphs and charts. They're going to move down that column, and you're going to see all kinds of information there on your own betting history, your own trends. Hopefully you can use that to see where you've gone right, where you've gone wrong, and use that to adjust the way you bet, how you bet, what you bet on, and continue to increase your profit here. The NFT profile picture we were talking about earlier, that'll be a way for you to show off your favorite NFT. We might have a gallery at some point, and you might be wondering, where are people going to see this? Well, another feature we have coming out that's tied to that is our leaderboards. The leaderboards are just going to show the top earners, top bettors, other interesting metrics like that. And the only identifying information here will be your NFT that you choose to represent yourself with. And again, like I said, you can opt out of this if you're not comfortable showing yourself off there, or if you're just doing doo-doo and don't want people to see how bad you are. Either one of those, just opt out. But I'm sure you guys are all going to do really good. Well, there you have it, my little chicks. That's the app. That's our platform as it stands today. You've seen our current features, our upcoming features, and there's a lot more to come, a lot of cool stuff that you'll be seeing very soon. So should we do like an outro, or
We could all do one.
just okay? Well, yeah, let's just all do one and then go. Well, we'll just edit in the best one. I'll go first. Have a great day. That's something you can bet on.
The microwave is dinging. Tendies are ready.
Oh, you just need to go work out.
All right.
I know.
It's up.
Will you do that? Look, I wish you hadn't told us.